Hello, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast of Dr. Delay. That's me, obviously. I am Dr. Delay. And we have a good old-fashioned Pirates game as the Pirates take on the Phillies. In the final game of this series, we'll see if it actually completes. As you know, there's a rain delay, and I believe they're about to start. It is still kind of raining, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, we're gonna. It looks like they're gonna play, and Pirates entered the game with a 25-40 record, whereas the Phillies, there we go. The Phillies are 37-27. Phillies have lost 4 in a row, 2-8 in their last 10, so they have been struggling. As of late, run differential is dipping around the even part of it. So I don't know what's going on with the Phillies. Pirates 6-4 in their last 10. Obviously, really don't need to say much about their season, but they are playing a little bit better as of late. We'll see if that can continue, and hopefully you guys enjoy the new thumbnail. If you guys may have seen that or maybe not, I'm not too sure, but I'll be doing my own thumbnails from now on. I had a lot of help from my wife, so definitely going to make the channel look a lot more appealing going forward. I think so anyway. Again, we do have a poll, so feel free to voice your opinion, as it looks like we have 2 votes, and it's 50-50, Pirates and the Phillies. Let's see here. Put the Pirates. I might be able to put the cool about the record. You might be able to put that in the thumb. I don't know if I'll put the records that I call in the thumbnail, but as far as the actual team records, I might be able to work that in. I'm unsure. I don't know where. I guess I can put it probably underneath their names. Yeah, I'll figure something out, Trisk. Thank you, of course, for stopping by today, as Skenes is about to start warming up. So we are a few minutes, of course, to game time. Again, it was delayed. It's supposed to start about 10 minutes ago, which gave me some more time getting home. Thank goodness, because I was kind of pushing it. But yeah, no, the Phillies definitely struggle again. If you are just joining us, we do have a poll for you guys. I'd like to know what you guys are thinking about this game. Pirates, will they get the sweep on the Phillies, or will the Phillies kind of end this lethargic run of play? Again, really solid team they are, 37-27, but last 10, 2-8, and of course they are on a 4-game losing streak. The Pirates, I'm kind of shocked. They already won the series, but can they get the sweep? We shall see. Due up here, starting up for the lineup, starting for the Phillies. Stott, Turner, Schwarber, Bohm, Castellanos, Kepler, Kemp, Marsh, and Marchand. Marchand will be the catcher. I've never really heard of him. And the Pirates, let's go ahead and look at their starting pitcher here. Obviously, we all know about Paul Skenes. Really legendary. Very good this year, 2.05 ERA. WHIP is actually better than last year's. Unfortunately, he is 4-6 as a starter. They just do not hit for Paul Skenes. I don't know why, but they seem to struggle whenever Paul Skenes is up. Let's look at the chat here. Trisk, I'm trying to move this because it's still getting better set up here. Who thinks the Pirates are heating up? Skenes will pitch great, but he will lose. In fact, Skenes will give up 2 runs today, and the Pirates will lose 6-3. Sorry, that's in Monday's New York Post. So Trisk's boldly claiming that the Phillies are going to win, which, I mean, he's probably right, but, you never know. And, of course, there's Sunflower Mom. Hello. Yeah, hopefully you keep the more personal stuff to the side today. Sunflower. As we are maybe getting underway. Again, there's a rain delay. But I think they just finished the warm-up. Okay, so we are digging in. In steps in. Okay, all right, guys. Let's not make it that type of chat, okay? We're trying to have just a baseball chat. Here is the pitch to Stott, and that's going to be outside ball 1 as we are underway in Pittsburgh. Hopefully we are able to continue the game. Some stats for you. Stott batting .243, OPS of 652, 4 home runs, and 26 RBIs. As this one is going to be popped up shallow left field. Hayes is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 out here in the top of the first, and we have Trey Turner. Trey Turner is batting .301, 800 OPS, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. Uh. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. Cruz is jogging. Now he's kind of picking up speed, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs quickly here, and that's going to bring up Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber is batting .255, OPS of .936, 20 home runs, 46 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there, strike 1. So I just stare at the chat in just a little bit of disbelief at what I've read. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch to Schwarber. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count. To Schwarber. Skenes looking for a very quick inning, only at 6 pitches at the moment. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 1. One and 2 count here to Kyle Schwarber. Again, he has 20 home runs, 46 RBIs on the year. Very solid. Here's the 1-2. That's way upstairs for ball 2. Again, feel free to vote if you haven't voted. We got Pirates and Phillies. Do you think the Pirates get the sweep today, or do the Phillies take the final game of the season series, as this one's going to be fouled back? So the count remains at 2-2. Two and 2 count. Skenes about to deliver his 10th pitch of the at-bat. Skenes sets and fires. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Skenes does very well to begin this game as we head to the bottom of the first. Your score 0-0. Again, it is a rain delay, so that's kind of why it started a little bit late, so I do apologize. I mean, of course, I can't control the weather. Marlins 2, Rays 2 in the top of the 7th. Padres 0, Brewers 0 as they are in the top of the 4th. And every other game, as you can see here, just starting out, zeros all across the board. Texas and Washington in a delay, and actually, I mean, the radar up in the Northeast is it's not great, so definitely a lot of rain everywhere. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Again, I cover games, obviously, as this is what I'm doing. Not my first rodeo with these two teams, as I've done plenty of Pirates. Phillies, this is my 3rd game. I can scroll up. Yeah, so the Phillies are 1-1 when I call a game for the Phillies. Pirates are 8-13, so that's actually better than what they are. They would be 17 and 27. Well, I don't know, it's close, but I don't know. Actually, they have been winning a little bit more lately, so maybe not. But yeah, no. Hopefully, you like what you see. And again, if you're a Pirates fan, I definitely encourage you to subscribe, as I do mostly Pirates games. I mean, I'm a Pirates fan, so I'll definitely be doing Pirates games for the rest of the season, even if they are bad, which they are. but maybe showing a little bit of life as of late, going about 500 in the last few games as O'Neill Cruz is going to dig in. Batting .230. OPS of .818, 12 home runs, 28 RBIs, batting .230. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there, strike one. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to do it. Sorry, guys. That just kind of... Anyway. 0-2. I will have a little chat with Trisk and... Yeah, we'll have a little chat with you guys a little bit later. 0-2 count here to Cruz. Here's the pitch. That's going to be tapped foul. 0-2 count to O'Neill Cruz. Sanchez delivers. That's going to be outside, ball one. One and two count to Cruz here. Again, 0-0 is your score in the bottom of the first. Pirates going for the sweep. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's going to bring up... It's going to bring up Andrew McCutchen, batting .250, OPS of .728. 5 home runs on the year, 20 RBIs, so pretty solid for the most part. Yeah, I wonder if I moved that. No, that's not how it wouldn't work. I was thinking it would, as this one's going to be hit to short. Actually, that's going to get past him, so McCutchen is going to get on with the 1-out single here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds. Again, he is just very good in June. So far in June, doing okay. About a 800-something OPS. 8 home runs, 36 RBIs for Brian Reynolds as his OPS slowly starts climbing up. Again, it was in the 500s for a good bit. He's been our most consistent hitter over the past few years. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. Runner on first here in the bottom of the first. Andrew McCutchen singling. Again, Reynolds 8 home runs, 36 RBIs on the year. Game was a little bit delayed, so that's why we're just still in the first inning. Here is the 1-0, and that's going to be in there, strike one. Pardon me. Probably have to crack open this water. 1-1 count. Sanchez sets, looks over at McCutchen, and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike two. And feel free, there is a poll up. Who do you think is going to win, Pirates or Phillies? Feel free to vote on that. I'd like to know what you guys think about this game. Skenes obviously on the mound, but doesn't really matter as his record's 4-6. Here's the 1-2. That's low for ball two. 2-2 count. Runner on first, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Cruz did strike out. McCutchen able to get on. Sanchez sets and delivers. That's low for ball three. 3-2 count. As we're just beginning this game, Pirates trying to get on the board first. Put the pressure on the Phillies. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be hit. That's going to be in between short and third for a base hit. So runners now on first and second, and that's going to bring up Nick Gonzalez, batting .222, OPS of .822. No, he just came off the injured list, so looking to add on to this Pirates offense that, you know, it's not the greatest lineup in the world. I'm sure we all knew that. All right, Nick Gonzalez here again, .222, batting .822. Runners on first and second. Hasn't really played much again. He's just coming back from injury. 1 home run, 3 RBIs on the years. That's going to be hit to short. Oh, and he kind of dropped it. No, he did make the catch. Could not get the ball out of his glove. That one looking like that could have been a double play, but Turner caught it. I guess he secured the catch, and then he kind of dropped it. So I guess they, which is good, honestly, because that would have been a double play had he, or triple. It could have been a triple play, but, you know, only one, 2 out, or 1 out. Yeah, so now it's 2 outs. That's going to bring up Henry Davis, and he's actually been hitting the ball pretty well recently. So you look at his, there's the pitch. That's going to be a foul back. OPS of 788, which, I mean, that's a lot better for him. He has 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, batting .216 on the year. Sanchez sets, looks back at McCutchen, and delivers, and looks like he popped it up, slams his bat to the ground. And this one's still up there, and it makes the catch for out number 3. So we head to the top of the second. Your score, Pirates, Phillies, 0-0. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. I mean, I do a lot of Pirates games, so if you're a Pirates fan, hopefully I am honored with that subscribe button. Pirates are 8-13 when I call games. Phillies 1-1. Don't really do a lot of Phillies games, but of course, if you're a Philly fan, just let me know, and I'll do what I can to work you guys in some more. All I got to do is ask, and well, subscribe, and then, you know, obviously interact with me, and I'll get you in some more. But yeah, Pirates, this is mostly a Pirates channel. I mean, not quite. I mean, it actually had been a few days since I was able to do a Pirates game. I couldn't do any Pirates against Astros due to the blackout restrictions, but again, it is mostly Pirates. There's the proof. There's the proof right there. I am making my own thumbnails now, so I'm really excited about that. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Again, we do have a poll. Pirates, Phillies, who do you got? Who do you got winning today? Just go ahead and vote, Pirates or Phillies. Right now it's 50-50. 2 votes in, 1 of each, I'm assuming. You know, it's 50-50. Due up for the Phillies, whenever we do return to action, is going to be Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm batting .274, OPS of .696, 5 home runs and 22 RBIs. But yeah, no, Skenes getting the start today, and you know, he's going to need some run support. ERA is practically, I mean, you can't see it on the screen. Again, I do apologize for that, but his ERA, and I'll click it again. ERA is a 2. It's about to be under a 1. And yet, he is 4-6. Isn't that amazing? That is actually incredible. You couldn't really do that if you tried. All right, here's the pitch to Bohm, and that's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Alec Bohm. Skenes delivers the 1-0. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Hayes throws to first for out number 1. So 1 away here for the Phillies, and that's going to bring up Nick Castellanos. He's batting .285, OPS of .753 on the year. There we go. 6 home runs and 32 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to short. IKF throws to first for out number 2. So very quickly, 2 runners down. Again, Skenes already, I mean, only at 13 pitches, and we're 2 outs through the second inning. So this guy being very efficient today, as that'll bring up Max Kepler. Kepler's batting .212, OPS of .669. 6 home runs and 21 RBIs on the year. And looks like Kepler's going to go ahead and use his timeout now. Skenes delivers the pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Kepler, again batting .212, .669 OPS, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. Here's the 1-0, and this one's going to be hit to center field. Cruz is jogging and makes the catch just shy of the warning track for out number 3. So very efficient as we head to the bottom of the second. It is still 0-0. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. I call random games, today's game, not as random as I do a lot of Pirates games. My first ever thumbnail. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'll, of course, be back later tonight for second game of the UFL playoffs. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing the first one because, well, it's kind of Pirates game to do. Canario is going to be due up for the Pirates. Canario is batting .212, OPS of .607, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. He's cooled as of the last 15. Well, really, look at the last week, and his OPS is below 400 at 398. Not very good. Last 15 games, it's been not great. He did have a nice stretch there, but now he's struggled as of late. And Canario, Hayes, and Triolo going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. As usual, IKF will be batting 9th. Try to string together the 9-1-2, because he does get on base, and it's good to have some solid hitters, of course, at the top of the lineup. That's how the Pirates are strategizing, I guess, having IKF bat 9th. And I do have a poll, so feel free to vote if you haven't voted yet. You have 2 votes. 50-50 is your is the call there. Will the Pirates sweep the Phillies, or is it going to be the Phillies that take Game 3? As we are about to return to action, I think we're still on commercial over here, but it may have already pitched over there. All right, there we go. Sanchez. I think it's going to be strike 1 if I had to guess. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. How did I know? Amazing. All right, 0-1 to Canario. Again, he's batting .218, OPS of .607, 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. Sanchez delivers. That's going to be low for ball 1. 1-1 count here to Canario. Pirates trying to get a sweep. I mean, again, they would still be pretty far back, but it's always a good feel-good type of thing, You get a sweep on a solid team. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there, strike 2. Now, the Phillies are indeed struggling as of late, and I can show you here. Phillies, they're 37-27, but the last 10, 2-8, so not exactly playing their best baseball, but it's still a really solid accomplishment, as that's going to be way inside ball 2. Almost hit him. 2-2 count here to Canario. Bottom of the second. 0-0 is your score. Sanchez delivers. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Canario goes down on strikes. That's his second strikeout of the game. And that's going to bring up Brian Hayes batting .221, OPS of .552. He has 1 home run and 18 RBIs. Here is the pitch to Hayes. That's going to be down low for ball 1. 1-0 count to Brian Hayes, again trying to figure out the bat. He's an amazing fielder, but the problem is always really just been his bat. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So that's the third hit for the Pirates, as McCutchen and Reynolds were able to get on in the first, but nothing doing there, unfortunately. And then Hayes here in the second. And that's going to bring up Triolo, Jared Triolo, batting 172, OPS of 542. He has 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, pardon me, that's 11 walks. Sanchez sets, looks over at Hayes. Still staring and delivers. That's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Triolo. Hayes at first. And delivers. That's going to be low for ball 2. Again, Triolo not exactly performing well in the majors. I like him. I personally do. He definitely has. He's a really good hitter in the minors. Just hasn't really been able to put it together here in the majors. Here's the 2-0, and that's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And Hayes is actually rounding third, heading for home. There's the throw home. He is safe. Oh, my goodness. Hayes crosses home. Triolo with an RBI double here in the bottom of the second as the Pirates go up 1-0. Kind of came out of nowhere. Triolo sends this to right center, and I guess, I don't know if the center fielder was shaded more to the left or not, because, I don't know, normally I don't think that would really do much. Well, I mean, it would do plenty. Usually I would think Hayes would get to third, but it's just really, Hayes just kept on going, and the throw was really close, as here comes IKF. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, ball 1. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa batting .304, 732 OPS, 1 home run and 14 RBIs. As there he is. Beats him probably by about a half a second. 1-0 count. Triolo at second. And this one's going to be chopped foul. Pirates already up 1-0. Believe it or not. Here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 count. Kiner-Falefa trying to help out Triolo. It's going to be a ground ball to first. And that one is going to be just foul. Oh, my goodness. Would have definitely scored Triolo. So there's the ground balls kind of hugging the line. Oh, that is so close. Just foul. 1-2 count to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Sanchez looking back at Triolo. Triolo doesn't care. He's moving forward, actually, the more he looks at him. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be chopped foul. The count remains 1-2. Triolo with an RBI double to get the scoring started here in Pittsburgh as they look to give Paul some run support. Just hasn't really gotten that this year. Sanchez sets. Still looks at Triolo and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So down goes Kiner-Falefa, and that's going to bring up O'Neal Cruz. He did strike out in the first, but he's batting .229. OPS of 814, and I don't recall the home runs. I'll look at it. 12 home runs, 28 RBIs on the year. Lefty on lefty, so it does favor Sanchez. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Didn't matter as that one landed, I guess, in the zone. Strike 1. Again, 12 home runs, 28 RBIs for O'Neal Cruz. Batting .229, OPS of 814. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Runner on second. That is Triolo. He drove in Hayes earlier this inning. Sanchez looks at Triolo and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. But the Pirates do put up one as we head to the top of the third. Your score, Pirates 1, Phillies 0. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. I do a lot of Pirates games, mostly Pirates games, as I've done, I believe, 42, 43 Pirates games, or not Pirates games, pardon me, baseball games, and Pirates I've done 22. This is my 21. This is my 22nd Pirates game. So hopefully you like what you see and hit that subscribe button. I just started making my own thumbnails, so hopefully that'll liven it up, as I've been taking them off the internet, and it can be a little bit not that great. So hopefully you like what you see and hit that subscribe button. And I'll be doing football as well, so hopefully if you're a football fan, you'll be with me later this evening. Of course, you enjoy your life. If you got other things to do, that is perfectly fine. Good morning, Nick. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Your last day off, if I recall. Doing Pirates Phillies. Hopefully you enjoy the thumbnail. I don't know if you saw it before, but that's the new thumbnail there. So hopefully that is appealing to the eye. I definitely like it. Hopefully it leads to better results, as the Phillies will bring up Kemp. Kemp is hasn't really done much this year. In fact, this is he's only has 3 at bats, so he definitely green as can be. He's a rookie, so I guess I'm pulling for Otto Kemp, but maybe not in this game. And Kemp, Marsh, and Marchand. And Nick, we do have a poll, so feel free to vote. Who do you think is going to win, Phillies or Pirates? I try to hold that sneeze. I'm sorry. Clearly, we've already had pitches thrown, but we aren't back yet. Again, I might have to go to the Phillies broadcast. This is the second time. All right, 0-1 count. That's going to be fouled back. That's so annoying. So again, missing pitches is infuriating. 0-2 count here to Kemp, Otto Kemp, trying to get his first career hit, batting in AAA this year. .313, OPS of 1010, 14 home runs, 55 RBIs. I mean, that is very good stuff, as that one's going to be upstairs for ball 1. Pardon me. 1-2 count to Kemp. Skenes being very efficient in the first 2 innings. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be fouled back, but I think Kemp is going to have another idea here. Is again, only 19 pitches, and he's already pitched 4 this inning. 1-2 count. Skenes sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So down goes Kemp, and that's going to bring up Brandon Marsh, batting .211, OPS of 627, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. One nothing is your score as Skenes delivers. That's going to be high for ball 1. High and outside, I should say. Again, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs for Brandon. 1-0 count. Skenes delivers. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 count to Marsh. Here is the 1-1. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get through for a base hit, as Reynolds is going to fire that back in there. And that's going to bring up Marchand, who's batting 132, OPS of 494. He has 1 home run and 5 RBIs on the year. Something happened to my screen. There we go. All right, runner on first here for the Phillies as they're looking to even up the game. Skenes delivers. That's outside for ball 1. Skenes through the first 2 innings only pitched 15 pitches. Very efficient that was quick. 1-0 count to Marchand. Skenes sets and delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the third. Marsh at first. Skenes looks over, actually, and sets and delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Reynolds running, able to fire it in there. Marsh is probably going to hold up at third. Oh, the ball gets away. He threw it to second. Marsh is going to score. Unbelievable. Gonzalez didn't really have a chance at second. Throws to IKF, and the ball went off the runner, and the ball was just sitting there by second base. Couldn't find it. That allows Marsh to score from third. And I got to tell you, bless Paul Skenes' heart. Come on. Come on. So that's going to go down as an error. Marsh was just going to chill at third. And again, that throw was just not going to even come close at second, and yet he threw it. Anyway, here is Stott, and that's going to be outside ball 1. And that is an error, so they did rule it an error. And so Paul does not get the earned run, but unbelievable. 1-0 count, here's the pitch, that's going to be outside for another ball, and Paul might be a little frustrated now. He's kind of missing a little bit, but, maybe it's just a few pitches. 2-0 count here. Runner on second with 1 out in the top of the third. Here's the 2-0. That's in there for strike 1. 2-1 count. Stott. 4 home runs, 26 RBIs on the year. Skenes looks over at Marchand and delivers. That's outside for ball 3. Again, feel free to vote. I do have a poll. Who do you got in today's game? Pirates or Phillies? So let me know. It's tied at 2 votes apiece. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit foul. So the count moves to 3-2 again. 1 out here in the top of the third. Runner on second as the Phillies were able to tie it up due to a throwing error. And just a bad decision. All right, Skenes sets on the 3-2. Looks over at Marchand and delivers. That one's going to be fouled back. So 3-2 count to Bryson Stott. As the Phillies still have a runner in scoring position due to, again, the throwing error. I just can't believe it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Skenes sets and fires. That one heading left, and that's going to be a foul ball. So the count remains at 3-2. 1-1 is your score. Sean, how's it going? Who had the better 90s mullet? I don't know. Dravic or John Crook. I think that's probably a question. I don't know if Trisk is still here. He might be able to answer that for you. Here's the 3-2. That one's going to be popped up. Hayes is under it, most likely going to make the catch, as he does for out number 2. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to see mullets here. I can try. So 2 outs here in the top of the third. That's going to bring up Trey Turner. I don't think they'll have mullets. Yeah, I don't see that for him. You can't see it. But, yeah, there's no mullet there, so I cannot answer that question. Turner batting 300, OPS of 798. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for ball one. I don't know if maybe I can look it up on the phone. Trisk is saying John Kruk, but you liked Drabeck. Or Drabeck. 1-0 count to Turner. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball two. Again, feel free to vote. Again, I do have a poll up there, Sean, if you'd like to, or maybe you already did, as I see someone did vote looking at the results. So people do think still the Pirates are going to sweep the Phillies. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be chopped foul. And Pirates kind of took me by surprise winning Friday night and Saturday, which I wasn't able to call yesterday's game due to a reunion I had to go to, but able to call today's game. 2-1 count. Skenes sets and fires. Ground ball to short. Kiner Falefa throws to first for out number 3. So the Phillies tie it up here in the top of the third due to an error. As we head to the bottom of the third, 1-1 is your score. I'll show you some scores from around the major leagues. Again, feel free to subscribe if this is your first time to the channel. I do a lot of baseball games. It's been mostly Pirates, but I do work in other games as well, so don't feel bad if you're a Phillies fan. I just haven't really done Phillies this year. Again, I do listen to my subscribers. If you guys are fans of certain teams, let me know. And obviously, Pirates, when I cover them, I did post that at the top. I don't know if you guys saw that. They are 8-13 when I cover a Pirates game. Phillies are 1-1. And actually, the lone Phillies win was a Pirates game. And I want to say, which I can kind of look back, I think it was against the Mets when I did Phillies. Yeah, Phillies and Mets down here. That was about a month or so ago. But yeah, no, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm doing baseball pretty much until baseball season is over. Of course, I am a huge football fan, so I'll be doing college and NFL, but I'm not going to abandon you guys that have pretty much welcomed me into the baseball part of it. And I got most of my subscribers from baseball fans, so I'm going to see out the regular season, and of course probably do a lot of NL wild card and possibly NLDS if we have any of your teams make it. Just let me know, and I'll cover it, man. I do really appreciate you guys. You guys have been great, really have. People that think the Pirates will give Skenes run support and winning our dream. Well, hey, that's kind of why I put it that way in the poll. Again, feel free to vote. Interested to see what you Pirates or Phillies fans think. Will the Pirates get the sweep today? I mean, Paul Skenes has an ERA in the 2s, and yet he's 4-6. And again, he didn't even allow the run that happened. It was an error. I mean, come on, just the Pirates. The Pirates will pirate. All right, so in steps in McCutchen. He's 1-for-1 today, batting .254, OPS of 734. When was the last time the Pirates had a 3-game sweep? Phillies did sweep the Pirates last. Yeah, no, they did. I'd have to actually look at that. I can probably find that out for you in a few seconds. As Sanchez is digging in there, the lefty. So I'm going to go ahead and look it up. Probably jinxing him right now if I Google it. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Pirates last sweep. Probably not going to be a while. Batting .254, OPS of 734. 5 home runs, 20 RBIs for McCutchen. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be hit to center. Marsh is on the run at the warning track and makes the leaping catch at the wall for a loud out number 1. Oh, it just kept flying. And then Marsh does a little flying of his own to make the catch. Oh, that's a bummer. Well hit, but good play by Marsh, as that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds. He's 1-for-1, batting .237, OPS of 689. Last time the Pirates swept anybody were the Padres last year. So I think that was earlier in the season too. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Again, feel free to vote. I got a poll up for you guys. Who do you think's going to win today, Pirates or Phillies? As here's the 0-1. That's outside for a ball. The Marlins in 2024. Yeah, I said Padres. You can't. Come on. This guy, I'm going to answer you. 1-1 count to Reynolds. As now my cat has broken into this room. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be chopped foul. So the count is 1-2. Geez, if you see anything moving back there, it's definitely, hopefully not going to wreck anything. 1-2 count here to Reynolds. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 2. Reynolds usually heats up in June, so we're hoping he can, continue that. As I'll probably give you Reynolds stats in the next at bat. Just, building up here. 2-2 count to Reynolds. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball 3. So Reynolds doing a good job working the count. Sanchez at 40 pitches. I believe Skenes is still in the 20s. He might have had to work a little bit more last inning, but first 2 innings only at 15 pitches completed. Here is the 3-2. That's going to be ball 4. So Reynolds works the walk as, again, he just is so much better for some reason in June. It's actually, I'll look it up now. I'll show you guys. If you think I'm just talking, out of my butt, which, I don't blame you if you think so. And that's going to bring up, by the way, Nick Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1, batting .211, OPS of 779. Again, he was injured. He did have the throwing error, and that was just a frustrating decision, as that's going to be in there, a called strike. I'll eventually find the splits here. So we're getting there. All right, there you go. Look at these June numbers. OPS of 968. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit up the middle, but it's caught by Stott. Throws to first, and Reynolds is back in time. Oh, man, if this were maybe 15 years ago when there was no shifting, that would have definitely gotten through for a base hit. But, yeah, look at Reynolds. Reynolds probably going to do something great in June again. He just randomly goes off. That's going to bring up Henry Davis. He's 0 for 1, batting .213 OPS of 680. 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd, runner on first. Here's the pitch, as that's in there for strike 1. According to my search, the Padres swept the Pirates, not the other way. Did this lie to me? The Pirates' last sweep was a series victory over the Padres. I don't know what. That's going to be upstairs, ball 1. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Trisk. I mean, just stared at it right now. But maybe they're wrong. 1-1 count here to Davis. Runner on first, 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-1 is your score. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. No, it just died into Stott's glove. Camera work kind of fooled me there. So we head to the top of the 4th as the Phillies and Pirates are still tied 1-1. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Again, I'm just a little old YouTuber trying to, just do this for fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Again, I do a lot of Pirates games. You might have seen, you don't really have to look at you can. There you go. If you're a Phillies fan, don't really have many Phillies fans that have subscribed, so that's why I haven't really given you guys much attention. As if you look at the top, the Pirates are 8-13 when I call, so I've done 21 games. This is my 22nd, and the Phillies are 1-1 in their game. So, again, well, if you're a Phillies fan, just let me know. I'll try to work you guys in some more. But if not, well, it is what it is. I'll just keep doing the Pirates and other games as well. Again, I've been doing a lot more of other games. But again, I will keep on doing the Pirates. Even if we're going to be losing, I will still do Pirates. So if you're a Pirates fan, this is definitely a great channel for you. Hopefully you agree and hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. I do thank you guys for doing that. And, of course, there are the scores from around what's happening, just in the other games. Rays up on the Marlins 3-2. We actually host the Marlins for a 3-game series. I'll definitely try to get a game in or two of them. Might be doing it tomorrow as well. Pirates, Marlins it's going to be just after work, but I don't know if I'm doing anything or not right after work. I will be, of course, back tomorrow night. Guaranteed I can do a game. And so right now it's Padres, Dodgers winning that poll. Feel free to vote if you're just a baseball fan. I am guaranteeing a game tomorrow late night. It's just I don't know if I'll be able to do the Pirates game immediately after work tomorrow. We'll see. All right, Schwarber is digging in. He's 0 for 1. He did strike out, as that's going to be in there, strike one. Batting .254, OPS of .933. Skenes is at 39 pitches after that pitch. Skenes delivers the 0-1. That's in the dirt for ball one. Again, feel free to vote. Who do you got in today's game? You got the Pirates or the Phillies? Pirates currently winning the vote with 2 votes to 1. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there for a strike. The Pirates were swept by the Padres August 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then swept by them again. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you then. I guess Google lied to me. Here is the 1-2 to Schwarber. That's going to be outside. Ball 2. Google does not know how to answer the question. Must be so long ago. I guess so. 2-2 count. Skenes delivers. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So one away here in the top of the 4th. That's going to bring up Alec Boehm, who's 0 for 1, batting .273, OPS of .693. Skenes, I believe his ERA might be below a 2 at this point. We'll see. Yep, it is 1.97. That's his live ERA. As here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. Ball 1. So 1-0 count to Boehm. As Skenes delivers. That is low for ball 2. Two-0 count. Nobody on here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 is your score. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the right, but also fouled. 5 home runs, 22 RBIs for Alec Boehm this year. 2-1 count. Skenes delivers the 2-1. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Oh, Triolo slips, throws to Skenes, and gets him for out number 2. Again, it did rain a little bit. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But Triolo ate the dirt. And it looks like they're actually might be reviewing this. I don't know. I thought he looked like he got it. Throws to Skenes. Yeah, no, he was on it. Triolo grabbing. Yeah, just kind of fell down. Kind of an awkward angle for him. All right, in steps in Castellanos. He's 0 for 1, batting .284, OPS of .750. Skenes delivers. That's outside for ball 1. Skenes at 48 pitches now. Was very efficient in the first 2. Only 15 pitches through the first 2. So he's had to work a little bit more, in these last 2 innings. Here is the 1-0. That's outside ball 2. They're reviewing this play again. I guess there's a lot of questions. I don't know. 2-0 count to Castellanos. That's in there for a called strike. 2-1 count. Pirates trying to go for the sweep, but right now it's tied 1-1. As looks like he's going to ask for time. Castellanos stepping out. Again, the Phillies were able to score a run due to a throwing error. So Skenes was not charged. Here's the 2-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Castellanos was trying to go yard there. Two and two count, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. 1-1 is your score. Here's the 2-2. Just low for ball 3. Skenes licking his lips there. Thought he may have gotten him. 3-2 count. Skenes fires the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. Your score 1-1. Now I'll go ahead and show you guys the scores from around what's happening in the other games. Looks like that's pretty much it for now. Again, Rays up 3-2 over the Marlins, who we do host tomorrow. Padres Brewers 0-0. Diamondbacks up 2-1 on the Reds. The Indians up 2-0 on the Astros. The Tigers up 2-0 on the Cubs. White Sox up 2-0 on the Royals. 0-0 Blue Jays Twins. 1-0 Dodgers over the Cardinals. Cardinals, I think, did they win yesterday as well? I don't know why I clicked off there. That would be interesting. They did. They're going for the sweep against the Dodgers. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. Hopefully I'll see you guys in more baseball streams. Of course, I'll be doing football, so if you're a football fan, I got you covered. I already actually that's the wrong one. Live, go live. I have a UFL one ready to go for later tonight, and then as you see, I already got the Hall of Fame game up. I'm ready to go for football season. Again, if you're just here for baseball, that's fine too. I am gonna be I'm finishing out the regular season, then heading into the playoffs. And if you guys have teams that are in the NL, pretty much, I do mostly NL for some reason, I'll go ahead and do some of the NLCS, NL Wildcard, whatever. Just let me know, and I'll do it. Do it for the Pirates, as I might have to remove this cat, definitely causing a problem back there. Yeah, take that off. Canario, Hayes, and Triolo. Keeping an eye on the cat. You guys might have to watch the cat for me. Canario batting .216, OPS of .602. All right. Might have to. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's terrible. Probably lose millions of viewers here. Yeah, you better run. Didn't even have to touch her. 0-1 count, apparently. I think they just came back from break, too. Here is the 0-1 to Canario. That's going to be chopped foul. Yeah, the store does not close, so if I close it, she can just push it in. She's just that good. 0-2 count to Canario. 1-1 is your score here in the bottom of the fourth. Sanchez delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Oh, the ball gets away, and Canario's going to, okay, he started sprinting, and then he just started jogging. So that's out number 1. That's going to bring up Brian Hayes. He's 1 for 1 and has come across to score. Batting .224, OPS of .559. Again, feel free to vote. We do have a poll up. Who do you got in today's game? Pirates or Phillies? Let me know. Right now, the Pirates, 67% to the Phillies, 33%. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. 1-0 count. To Brian Hayes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Sanchez sets. And delivers. That's going to be low for a ball. So he's trying to break through again. 2-1 count. Sanchez delivers the 2-1. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Turner throws to first for out number 2. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. That's going to bring up Jared Triolo. He's 1 for 1. Did knock in Hayes. He had the RBI double, batting 180, OPS of 565. And I just noticed here Triolo is batting 180 and yet has a higher OPS than Brian Hayes. So that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Again, 1-1 is your score. Pirates going for the sweep. Phillies trying to snap this 4-game losing streak. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. One 1 count. Sanchez begins the windup and the pitch. That is inside. Ball 2. Triolo with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs on the year. Again, he had that RBI double in the 2nd inning. Sanchez delivers the 2-1. That is in there, strike 2. Two and 2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, 1-1 is your score. Sanchez fires the 2-2, and this one's going to be hit to center, and Marsh tries to make a sliding catch, unable to get there, so Triolo is going to get a single as he moves to 2-2 on the day. Very good stuff there, and that's going to bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, batting .302, OPS of 728. 0-1 count, or pardon me, 0-1 again. I'm sorry, not 0-1 count. I'm an idiot. Hopefully it doesn't mean it's actually going to be an 0-1 as Sanchez delivers the 0-0. That's going to be fouled back. Now it's an 0-1. When I mess up, I start making more mistakes. That's unfortunate. Batting .302, OPS of 728, 1 home run, 14 RBIs for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Runner on first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. That's inside for a ball. 1-1 is your score. 1-1 is your count as well. Runner on first. Sanchez sets. Looks over at Triolo. And delivers. That's going to be hit to short. And a nice jumping catch by Turner. Gets them out of the inning. So we head to the top of the 5th. Your score 1-1. Phillies Pirates. Due up for the Phillies is going to be Kepler, Kemp, and Marsh. As we look at our scores from around the league, we actually have a final. I think that will show up. Yeah, there we go. Rays defeat the Marlins 3-2. Padres 0, Brewers 0. Diamondbacks up 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Indians over the Astros 2-0. Tigers over the Cubs 2-0. White Sox over the Royals 2-0. Blue Jays over the Twins 1-0. Dodgers trying not to get swept, and looks like they're doing a good job right now. 3-0 in as they head to the bottom of the 2nd. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Especially if you're a Pirates fan. This is my 22nd Pirates game of the year. They are 8-13 when I cover the Pirates. So, I mean, you could blame me, but honestly, again, they'd be 17-27 without me. So, I don't know. Phillies are 1-1. Haven't really done many Phillies games, but again, if you're a Phillies fan, just let me know. I'll try to get you guys in. I do more games. It's not just Pirates. As you can see, I've done plenty of others. Again, you do see a lot of P's, but again, that's because I am a Pirates fan and I have a lot of Pirates subscribers. Hopefully you can join this Pirates fan here. As again, I call games for Pirates and other games as well. So it's not just a Pirates channel. So hopefully I'll see you guys around. Again, I'm doing the UFL tonight, so if you got nothing else going on, later this evening I'm doing the second game. I would do the first game, but I wasn't able to do a Pirates game last week. I did Pirates Padres obviously 6 days ago, but I got to get the Pirates in. Of course, I'm going to try to get them in tomorrow. If I'm not doing anything tomorrow, I will be for sure doing Pirates Marlins game 1. Definitely doing a game tomorrow night. I can tell you that. But as far as right after work, as here's the pitch, that's going to be fouled off. So for strike 1. But we'll see. I'm going to definitely try to get Pirates Marlins in, but we shall see. 0-1 count to Kepler. Kepler batting .211. OPS of 667. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. And also, I do have a poll up, so again, if you haven't voted, feel free to let me know. Who do you got today? Pirates or Phillies? Again, it's 1-1, so it's pretty tight as of now. Here is the 0-2. That's going to be strike 3 called right down the middle. He just froze him. I might be playing tennis on Monday. It's very possible. I just don't know. And Trisk, I will have a little talk with you later about that. Might be trying to do that in the morning. I don't know how early you can wake up, but I can probably wake up early. Here is Kemp. He's 0 for 4 on the year, 0 for 1 today. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, he's looking for his first hit. I'll go ahead and show you the stats here. Rookie, Otto Kemp. So he's 0 for 4 on the year. Here is the 0-1. That's way outside for ball 1. He actually was crushing the ball in AAA. I don't know if they'll show it again, but he had 14 home runs in AAA and an OPS of over 1,000. So Kemp has shown that he can do it in AAA. Can he do it in the majors? We'll find out, I guess, over the next few years, as that's going to be chopped foul. You're up by 5:15. I got you. I'll have a little chat with you later, of course, about that, depending on what I do later this evening. 1-2 count. Skenes delivers. That's going to be chopped foul. So we'll do this again at 1-2. Skenes at 60 pitches. So he's looking good so far. First 2 innings, really good. Only had 15 pitches in the first 2 innings. 1-2. Here is the pitch. That is outside. Ball 2. Looks like we had another vote here. What do we got? Another Pirates vote. Pirates 75%. Phillies 25%. Again, feel free to vote. Who do you got? Who do you got in today's game? Here's the 2-2. That's outside. Ball 3. Not really close with some of these pitches. Again, that's just something we've seen a little bit from Skenes this year, more than last year, is that some of these pitches are going to be outside. But again, he's more dominant statistically. But here is the 3-2. That's going to be chopped foul. But sometimes the pitches can just be getting away from him. 1-1 is your score. As you can probably tell, I got a scoreboard right there. Then I got a scoreboard down there. And, of course, I got a ticker from across the, everything. As you see, Pacers Thunder playing tonight. Dodgers over the Cardinals right now in the bottom of the second. Here is the 3-2. That's going to be inside. Ball 4. So that's Kemp's first ever on base appearance. Has yet to, of course, get a hit. But so congratulations to Kemp. He got on base in the majors. That's pretty cool. As that's going to bring up Marsh. Brandon Marsh, he's 1 for 1 and did score on that throwing error. That was fun. And looks like a message was just retracted as Skenes sets and fires. That's outside, ball 1. 1-0 count to Marsh again. Batting .218, OPS of 638, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. Runner on first, 1 out in the top of the 5th. Skenes delivers. That's outside for ball 2. It looks like Davis is going to go out and chat with him. And it's kind of interesting. You don't really see Bart catch any games for Skenes. So Skenes really feels comfortable with Davis. I don't know if it's just mutual respect. But, again, Davis was a highly touted prospect, in college, #1 overall pick. This hasn't really worked out for him so far, but maybe he'll turn it around again. If you're drafted that high, usually it means you have the ability. They are now 3 delusional folks. What the heck? Trisk just hating on the 75%. Hating on the majority. Trisk, you got to calm down a little bit there. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 3. New York Post had a 6-3 Phillies victory with Skenes giving up 2 runs. Well, technically he hasn't allowed a run yet, as he did allow 1 run, but 0 earned. But he's in danger of walking Marsh here. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's outside, strike 1. Got a little bit of a call there. Again, feel free to vote. Trisk is obviously talking smack on the 3 who voted for the Pirates. Feel free to vote. Pirates or Phillies, who do you got in today's game? As here is the 3-1. No, we got a pickoff attempt, and he is back in time. Almost had him. That's as close as you could get without getting him out. Skenes sets on the 3-1 and delivers. That's going to be hit foul. 3-2 count, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Runner on first. Pirates, Phillies, 1-1 is your score. As the Pirates trying to get a sweep for the first time this year. Skenes sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. Throw to second, and he is safe. And that one is close, as the cameraman just takes a U-turn for some reason and starts showing the crowd. That one was close. The Pirates are actually going to challenge. So he struck out Marsh, throwing to second. And I'm telling you, that is going to be very close. The throw was high. IKF did a nice effort there to try to make the tag. It's going to be, let's see here. Oh, yeah, no, he's going to be out. Oh, it's close, though, now. I don't know. So bear with me, guys. We have a challenge. I'm going to say he's out. But again, they have shown that if it's close, they're going to stay with the call. They're going to stay with the original call. But, Davis is already heading in the dugout. He thinks he got him. IKF is still chilling on the field. Kemp is still out there. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Call on the field is overturned. He is out. So, it was a great throw by Davis. So, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your score is still 1-1. So, who knows? Trisk, you're trolling Pirates fans. I guess he's just a hater. I guess we forget that he is also a Pirates fan sometimes. But, I guess we'll be a little more pessimistic. But, again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Pirates, they are 8-13 when I call a game for them. Phillies are 1-1, so I'm not really doing many Phillies games. But, again, if you're a Phillies fan, just let me know. I'll try to work you in. Of course, subscribe and interact with me. Of course, if you're a Pirates fan not subscribed, well, what are you doing? I've already done half their season for you, or maybe a third, actually, because they're at 60-something. But I've also, again, done other games as well. This is, I believe, my 40th game, 44th? 42nd. This is my 43rd. So, again, I try to get a stream in, 2 out of every 3 days I'm getting some games in. So, obviously with work and everything, but hopefully you think I'm entertaining enough to where you hit that subscribe button. It's free, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. So it won't cost you a dime. I don't think anything bad would happen when you do, or if you do. Due up for the Pirates is going to be O'Neill, Cruz, McCutchen, and Reynolds. So that's the top 3 of the order as the Pirates look to try to give them some run support. Rays won earlier 3-2. Padres, Brewers 0-0. D-backs, Reds 2-2. Indians, Astros 2-0. Tigers, Cubs 2-0. White Sox, Royals 2-0. Dodgers, Cardinals 3-0. Twins, Blue Jays 2-1. And it looks like the Mets and the Rockies are going to get underway shortly. Texas, Washington in a delay. I don't think we may reach actually the later games before the Sunday night game. Again, if you are a sports fan in general, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing also football. You might have seen that little thumbnail for Lions Chargers. That is the Hall of Fame game. As we're working our way back to coverage. Apparently, they've already thrown a pitch. Again, Pittsburgh Sports Net just really not good with their commercials. So it's 0-1 count, as I've yet to see a pitch thrown. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be outside for ball one. Half of mine to tune in to the Phillies broadcast, but Pirates Hall of Fame class of 2025, Kiki Kyler, Vern Law, and Al Oliver. So congratulations to those Pirates legends, as that's a swing and a miss, strike two. So 1-2 count as the Pirates looking to try to get something on the board for Skenes. Steve Blass is in the booth, just chatting away with Greg Brown. I guess he's visiting. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be poked to second. Cruz is going to try to run it out, and he is out. Like the effort from Cruz. You don't really honestly see that much when it's an easy out, but I liked it there. As that's going to bring up Andrew McCutchen. He's 1 for 2, batting .253 OPS of .730. As we see a montage of old Pirates players. Before my time, Sanchez delivers to McCutchen. That's going to be in there, strike one. 0-1 is your count to McCutchen. McCutchen with also 5 home runs and 20 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there, strike two. Looks like Carlos Alcaraz beat Sinner at the French Open. Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks like he might be the next great tennis player. He's been dominating lately. Here is the 0-2 to McCutchen. That's going to be chopped foul. 5 hours and 33 minutes. Don't think I ever played 5 hours and 33 minutes. Never played a best of 5 before. 0-2 count. Sanchez delivers to McCutchen. Swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt, but McCutchen's just going to go ahead and call it a day as he walks back to the dugout for strike, or out number 2, pardon me. And that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds, who's 1 for 1 with the walk, batting .237, OPS at .692. So that OPS creeping up closer and closer to 700. I mean, just about a month ago, this guy was below 600. OPS was just not good. And at one point, he was batting less than 200. So it's been rough for him. But on his way back slowly to where we know he can hit the ball. As here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for strike one. So 0-1 count to Reynolds. As Sanchez delivers the 0-1. That's going to be hit foul. So the count is now 0-2. Showing a picture of the Lumber Company, a nickname for the Pirates hitters back in the day. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball one. Sanchez at 72 pitches. So we'll probably see him for the 6th and probably a little bit of the 7th, barring anything crazy happening, of course, in the 6th. Sanchez delivers the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So a very good inning for Sanchez. So we head to the top of the 6th. Your score, 1-1. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps out the channel a lot. It really does. Again, I've been covering a lot of baseball games pretty much since opening day. I average about 2 out of every 3 days I'm doing a game. So if you like baseball, this is a channel for you. Pirates games, well, as you can see, I'm a Pirates fan. I do prioritize the Pirates. So if you're a Pirates fan, well, and you're not subscribed, then I don't know what in the world you're doing. I think you're just mean at this point. Pirates are 8-13 when I cover them. So I think that's a better win percentage than they are when I don't cover them. 8 and 13, 7 and 27. Yeah, that is. So, no, 17 to 27. That's close. It's about the same. But anyway, yeah, no, Phillies are 1-1 when I cover them. I don't really call Phillies games, so if you're a Phillies fan, just let me know, interact with me, and I'll try to get you in. As I have a lot of NL West fans, and that's honestly, I have done so after the Pirates. It then becomes Padres, Diamondbacks, and Giants for some reason. Again, NL West, I guess, loves me for some reason, but the Pirates love me more, slightly more. Carlos was down 0-40, 3-5 in games 1 and 2. Sets came back 1 point away from losing. Yeah, no, it's very good. No, he's definitely something special. Again, though, you feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I do read all comments, as evidenced by the tennis comments. I used to play tennis, so if you're a tennis player, hey, let's chat tennis, I guess. And I'll be doing football, so if you're not just a Pirates fan, but you're also a University of Pitt fan, Steelers fan, I'm working on I already got all the NFL logos. I'm working on getting all the college logos now. As you can see, I'm going to do the Hall of Fame game. So, yeah, if you're a baseball fan, football fan, definitely hit the subscribe button, as I'll be doing multiple college games and football games, but prioritizing the University of Pitt every week and Steelers every week with, of course, bonus games after that later in the day. As we're returning to coverage, and that's going to be in their strike one to Marchand. Again, they're returning really late, so I do apologize for that. 0-1 count here to Marchand. He's batting 154. OPS of 554. Is that a swing and miss? Strike two. Marchand is 1 for 1 today. He doubled in the third. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball one. Very close. 8 and 31. Okay, so it's about the same. Unfortunate. Maybe I'm just bad luck. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit to center. Looks like Cruz is going to find it, and he does for out number 1. So, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. That's going to bring up Bryson Stott. He's 0 for 2 today, batting .241, OPS of 647. But if we win, then I'll be 9 and 13. So that's good, right? That'll definitely go up. We don't know that they're going to lose 6-3. Again, I also have a poll up. Feel free to vote. Who do you think is going to win today? That's going to be upstairs ball 1. Pirates, will they get the sweep for the first time this year, or will the Phillies continue that streak of not getting sweeps this year? As again, they're 25 and 40, so it's very unlikely that they have a lot of opportunities. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So 1-1 count. What is Skenes' pitch count? Great question. Skenes is at 76 pitches. So again, that pitching has been a little bit of a lot more pitches in these innings. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to right. Reynolds jogging for it and settles under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So yeah, now Skenes was through 2 innings. I'm not kidding. 15 pitches. So I guess that's what now. That's going to be 62 pitches to the 4, which is, I guess, a little bit more normal. But definitely has thrown a lot more in these last few innings. Already in the 6th inning and already in an hour and a half. Very quick moving game. So that'll bring up Trey Turner, batting .298, OPS of 794. As that's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. He's 0 for 2 today. If they would have won today, 9-13 is 4-9. Yeah, go ahead and just let everyone know where I live. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be inside for a ball. 1-1 count. Now I guarantee someone just Googled that. Like, where's that at? You'll find out I'm no longer living in Pennsylvania, as I was forcefully moved from there. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be slapped foul. Yes, when I was 8 years old, I had no say in the matter, and my family picked me up and moved me to Texas. So that's where I remain. Born in eastern Pennsylvania, so no, not even western Pennsylvania. I know. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be low for ball 2. So, I should be a Phillies fan or an Eagles fan, just not the case. My father raised me to be a Steelers fan, and, well, hey, it's been great. Well, it was a great childhood. I don't know about recent times. And the Pirates, well, yeah. Here's the 2-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out as Paul Skenes looks fantastic today. That's his 7th strikeout of the game. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. Your score, 1-1. As I'll show you guys the scores from around the area. And by area, I mean, of course, major leagues. I'm used to that radio. I do a little bit of radio, guys. Doing sports casting there. They know you work. No, they don't know that. People don't know Brooklyn. When you think of Brooklyn, okay, well, I have no idea because, anyway, whatever. We're going to not get into that. Again, if you like what you see, folks, if you're okay with me arguing with you in the comments, feel free to subscribe. I try not to argue. Really, it's just this guy here, Triskadeca13, trolling me every day. Brookline, Massachusetts. But yeah, no, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Again, if you're a Pirates fan, well, good luck. Good luck. Why did I say that? Good news. I do a lot of Pirates games. This is my 22nd Pirates game of the year. It's my 43rd, was it? 43rd baseball game. Yeah, this is 42. So 43 baseball games so far. So again, if you're a baseball fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you're a football fan, hopefully I'll see you later down the road. If you're a Steelers fan or University of Pitt fan, I guarantee I'll be doing one of those each week. And, of course, again, I'll be doing other games as well in addition to that every Saturday and Sunday. So at least 2 games Saturdays, 2 games Sundays, and then baseball season Monday through Thursday pretty much. And then after baseball season, I'll be doing college football throughout the week. Maybe Monday Night Football. We'll see. It's probably not going to happen. I'll let the big guys take up all the viewers there, and I'll get the college football games. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Again, it's a sports channel for you, so hopefully you enjoy what you see. As we're returning to coverage here, Nick Gonzalez, 0 for 3, batting 190, OPS 706. Sanchez delivers, and that's going to be hit to left field. Kepler is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. 43 is the head and shoulders guy. I actually don't remember what I just said about 43. Oh, yeah, no, 43 baseball games. Yeah. All right, so 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to bring up Henry Davis. He's 0 for 2, batting .211, OPS of 672. Again, feel free to vote. We got a poll up, Pirates or Phillies. Who you got today? Davis steps in. Sanchez delivers. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Pirates at 75%, so I'm assuming safely that the Phillies are at 25%, as Davis is going to ask for time. 0-1 count. Davis still out there taking his time. Now he steps back in. 0-1 count. Sanchez delivers. That's going to be hit foul. Again, feel free to chat about whatever you'd like in the comments. I do read all comments, for better or for worse. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 1. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Again, 1-1 is your score. It's been like this since the 3rd inning. Pirates with 5 hits today. Phillies with 2. Here's the 1-2. That's low in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 count to Davis. He's looking for his first hit of the day. Been a pitcher's duel since, again, the 3rd inning. Here's the 2-2 as this one is popped up. Marchand is going to run to the net, but that one's going to go out of play. So the count remains at 2-2. Long at bat here. 2-2 count. Sanchez delivers the 2-2. That's inside for ball 3. 3-2 count. Davis trying to get on, trying to maybe start something here in the bottom of the 6th. Again, it's 1-1. Not really much offense here today. Of course, you can say that about most Pirates games. Sanchez delivers the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a pitch a little bit out of the zone there. Kind of, I guess, just feeling free swinging, as that's going to bring up Canario, who's 0 for 2 and has struck out twice, batting .214, OPS of .597. Sanchez at 8 strikeouts as he begins the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be fouled back for strike 1. Canario with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs to go along with that .214 batting average. Here's the 0-1. That's outside for ball 1. 1-0-1 count. Sanchez delivers. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pirates looking to go down quickly here, apparently. Sanchez delivers the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a ball again outside the zone. Canario slams his bat down in frustration. So we head to the top of the 7th. Your score 1-1. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. Again, if you're a Pirates fan, well, you definitely got to do it, as I do a lot of Pirates games. Hopefully you like what you see, as you know, even for the better or for worse, we're still doing Pirates for a good bit. As there are your scores from around the major leagues. Rays up 3-2, or they defeat the Marlins 3-2. Padres actually get on the board here, so now they're up 1-0 over the Brewers. Indians over the Astros 2-0. Tigers over the Cubs 4-0. 2-2 is your score. Diamondbacks, Reds, White Sox 2, Royals 2. Dodgers up 4-0 on the Cardinals. Blue Jays up 3-2 on the Twins. 0-0 is your score. Mets and Rockies, and then 0-0. As looks like they're going to finally start the game, Texas and Washington. I wonder if Texas has to play tomorrow. They do not. And again, looking at the standings here, Phillies at 37-27, though they have struggled as of late. 2-8 in their last 10, lost 4 in a row. And of course, they're trying to snap that. Pirates looking for the sweep for the first time this year. They've won, of course, 2 in a row. Did well. Yeah, they've been doing a little bit better. Of course, they're 6-4 in the last 10, but we'll see if hopefully they can hang in there and go 6-4 every week, and you'll be around 500 in no time. As Schwarber is going to be due up here, he's batting .253 OPS of .930. As we are moments away from starting the first inning, but as you can probably see with the reflection on my glasses, they literally have not returned to the footage. I might have to go to freaking Philly. All right, we're returning now. Good deal. Here is the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Again, we do have a poll up, so feel free to vote. Pirates, Phillies, who do you got? And it's still relevant, of course. It's still 1-1, so anybody's game. 0-1 count. Skenes delivers. That's in there for a called strike. So 0-2 count to Schwarber. Here's the pitch. Just outside for ball 1. Just outside. Skenes at 85 pitches as he begins the 7th. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit to first. Looks like Triolo's going to take it himself for out number 1. That's going to bring up Alec Boehm. He's 0 for 2 in this one, batting .272. OPS of 691. A lot of just standing around right now. All right, there we go. Skenes delivers the pitch. That's outside for ball one. 1-0 count. 5 home runs, 22 RBIs for Alec Bohm. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be chopped foul. As that hit Davis. Davis going to shake it off a little bit as the umpire's going to come out, meet him halfway to give Davis a little bit of time to compose himself. I do like that little addition that the umpires have been doing as of late. 1-1 count. Skenes with 7 strikeouts. It's 1-1, but he didn't allow that run. That was a throwing error that pushed across the Phillies' run, as that's going to be a ground ball to third. Hayes throws to first for out number 2 as it connects there to Triolo. So 2 down here at the top of the 7th, and that's going to bring up Nick Castellanos. 0 for 2, OPS of 747, batting .283 on the year. Skenes likes what he sees from the, pitch thing, whatever, pitch comp. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike one. I forgot what that's called. I can't even remember it now. 0-1 count here. Castellanos with 6 home runs and 32 RBIs to go along with that .283 average. Skenes delivers the 0-1. That's going to be inside for ball one. 1-1 count? Yeah, pitch comp. That's right. It is, yeah. Anyway. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on a pitch well out of the zone. Looks like Castellanos is going to ask for time for this big 1-2 pitch. Skenes at 92 pitches, about to pitch his 93rd. Could possibly see him for the 8th. We'll see. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit. Oh, what a diving catch by Hayes. That was a for sure double. And Hayes showing just how much of a great fielder he is. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. Your score is still 1-1. Fantastic by Hayes. Again, if only his bat was as good as his glove, he would be one of the best players in all of Major League Baseball. So again, we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 1-1. As there are your scores from around the major leagues. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. I do appreciate it. Again, I've been doing this since opening day. I started actually technically with college basketball, so hopefully if you're a college basketball fan, I'll see you there next year, but that's not a big deal. If you're a big football fan, well, I hope to see you soon. Again, football is just right around the corner, so don't miss any of the Steelers games or Pittsburgh Panthers games. I'll be doing them all, or as many as I possibly can. As far as Steelers, I know I can do them all. Panthers, it really depends if I'm able to get the channel even. I mean, I do pay for a lot, so I promise I'll be able to give you Panthers games if you're just a Pitt fan. But don't worry if you're an Eagles or Phillies fan or whatever. Or, I don't know, Temple. Yeah, I don't know if there's many Temple fans. My dad actually went to Temple, and he's not even a Temple fan. But anyway, I'll be sure to get other games too. At least 2 games every Saturday. It could be up to 4 depending on, how my voice is. And, of course, Sundays I'll be doing the Steelers game and another random NFL game. So if you're just a football fan in general, feel free to be here as we chat football or whatever you like. Compare fantasy football scores or whatever you want. We're just all here to have a good time. We're all sports fans, and I'm just pretty much doing this because I want to do this kind of for a living in a way. Not really, yes and no. And 2, I'm going to watch the games anyway. Might as well chat with you guys as I do it. So, again, just a little bit of proof here. Again, I do a lot of Pirates games. Phillies, haven't done Phillies. Again, I haven't really had many Phillies subscribers, if any. So that's why I've only done 2. One of them, of course, was against the Pirates. I cannot remember when that was. Apparently it was farther back than I thought. Yeah, maybe I'm just blind. Again, they lost to the Mets there, and then Phillies there, right there. Of course, now I'm making my own thumbnails, so I think it'll look a little more visually appealing. Hopefully you guys agree. I'm really excited about the thumbnails. That way I'm somewhat official now. Due up for the Pirates, it's going to be Hayes, Triolo, and Isaiah Kiner Falefa, as I believe we're still on commercial break, so bear with me here. And again, I'll be doing another thing tonight. I'll be doing UFL, so if you're a UFL fan, feel free just to hang out again. I'll be doing the second game of the playoffs. I believe this is the XFL Conference, DC Defenders and the St. Louis Battlehawks, so feel free to stop by tomorrow. Have a poll up. I'm guaranteeing a game. So it looks like it's 50-50, so it looks like I'm going to have to wait to see how that goes. That'll be interesting. But I am going to try to do Pirates-Marlins if I got nothing going on right after work. Again, feel free to subscribe. And again, every subscriber helps the channel out, as I'm trying to inch closer to getting paid to do this. Would be really cool. It wouldn't be much, but every little bit would help. So I do appreciate anyone that does subscribe, just helping out the little YouTubers. Again, it doesn't cost you anything, I do promise. So if you're worried about money or anything like that, I got you covered there. It's free, I promise. No money paid to me from you guys, from anyone really. So again, it's still in commercial break, as that was the 7th inning stretch. So you'll just have to, I do apologize for that. And feel free to chat down below. And we do have a poll. The Pirates currently up 3 votes to 1 as who's going to win this game, aka series, or Pirates, will they sweep them? Pirates fans letting their voices known. 3 votes that the Pirates will win, Phillies with just 1. And wouldn't that be a nice surprise for the Pirates to get a sweep, despite just not playing that good this year? It's been pretty bad, but they are playing better as of late. Phillies, meanwhile, and just perfect storm for the Pirates, not playing well as of late at all. As you see, they've lost their last 4, and they're 2-8 in their last 10, so not very good. Sean, was Juan Samuel better on the Phillies or the Mets? We will find out, as apparently we just returned action here. I do apologize. And I see Hayes on first. Again, the Pirates' coverage is terrible. So they're showing the replay. A pitch to Hayes. Hayes hits it into the outfield. Again, I do apologize. Pittsburgh Sportsnet is terrible. I mean, if you live in Pittsburgh, you probably know what I'm talking about. That's pretty disgusting. As in steps in Triolo. He's 2 for 2 on the day. That's going to be in there, or inside, for ball 1. So I try to answer this question here. Call this game. Jared batting 188, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs on the year. 1-0 count. Sanchez sets as the Pirates try to knock him out of this game. He's been very dominant. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be popped up foul. So he said between the Phillies and the Mets, probably going to be Phillies. Since he only played for the Mets 1 year. Yeah, definitely the Phillies. Did strike out a lot, though. I'm going to go Phillies' final answer. 1-1 count, 1 runner on, and it's going to be hit to third, and that is just foul, and I mean just foul. So Triolo will retreat back to home plate for a 1-2 count. Pirates with a runner on first, and I wish I would have seen it live. Would have been cool. I guess the Pittsburgh Sportsnet had something else in mind. As Hayes is on first, and Triolo's going to use his timeout here. So Pirates trying to threaten, trying to get Skenes the win, as he's 4-6 with an ERA of south of 2. I mean, that's just insane. Sanchez going to try to pick off Hayes, and Hayes is back safe and sound. 1-2 count to Triolo. 2 for 2 on the day with the RBI, the lone RBI of the day for both teams, believe it or not. Again, Phillies scored due to a throwing error. Sanchez, pickoff attempt, and that one almost got away from Bohm. Bohm's pretty tall. Luckily for Phillies fans, that did not happen. Were Phillies first baseman Vaughn Hayes and Phillies third baseman Charlie Hayes brothers? I don't know. I have no idea. 1-2 count. Sanchez delivers the 1-2. That's going to be hit foul. Von Hayes. If you're a Phillies fan, you could probably help me out there. So I'm looking at Von Hayes. I'm not seeing anything right now. I have no idea who these guys are. They're probably not even. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low. Ball 2. Hayes is going to go to second, and he is safe. Stott thinks he may have gotten him. They're actually going to review this. Oh, they're going to say to look at it. Hayes may be out. Oh, man. So Von Hayes, yeah, I don't think, I'm not seeing anything on it. They are definitely not brothers now. They've looked at both players. Oh my goodness. Which was the better player? Oh, I don't, well, I can look up from here. It's going to be pretty close. Yeah, I don't know. So that's going to be a tough one. So again, we're under a review here as Hayes is diving in. It is close. Oh, he is going to be just out. Again, it's close. They usually go, if it's close, they keep the call, but I think that may have just been out there. Better player. That's Charlie Hayes. Runner is out. So Hayes was thrown out. So unfortunate. It was looking really good for the Pirates there. Hayes is caught stealing. So I look for the better player. Long term would be Charlie, but I think just prime looks like it was Von Hayes. Final answer. 2-2 count here as the Pirates now have an out here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch as Trillo fouls this one down the right field line. Not a bad first step for Hayes, just unfortunate. Here is the 2-2. This one's going to be hit to center. And looks like Marsh is going to make the catch. Might have been a little bit of confusion there between him and Stott, but Marsh does call him off at the last second. So very quickly, 2 outs. As that's going to bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He's batting .301, OPS of 724. Again, 1-1 is your score. Pirates trying to get Skenes to win, but, will it happen? Will it? Probably not, honestly. And if the Pirates do win it, I don't think Skenes will get the win. Here's the pitch to IKF, and that's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count again. 1-1 is your score here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Pitcher's duel. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. Also, don't be a stranger. Feel free to either chat down below, vote. Got a poll up. Who do you think's going to win, Pirates or Phillies? And it's still relevant. Posted that at the beginning of the game, and it's still 1-1. It's a close game. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be chopped to short. Turner throws to first and gets him by a step for out number 3. So we once again head to another inning where it's still 1-1. Top of the 8th coming up right after these messages. Just kidding. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Again, every subscriber helps. I'm obviously not a popular YouTuber by any means, especially if this is your first time here. You'll be like, who the heck is this guy? Well, I've been doing Pirates games for the most part. Well, half my broadcasts are Pirates games. You'll see a lot of Pirates games, but I do I'll also mix it up as well. But yeah, if you're a Pirates fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. We should all stick together anyway. And again, this is my now 22nd Pirates game, as they are 8-13 when I cover them. So maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. But yeah, no. Hopefully, I earn that subscription today. If you find me somewhat entertaining, was John Smiley better on the Pirates or the Reds? And if you're a Pirates fan, you definitely could answer that question, as I was not alive back then, so I have to do a little Google search, and looks like he had a really solid year with the Pirates. Now I'm looking like it's going to be Pirates. Yeah, Pirates, he was 60-42 with a 3.57 ERA. Reds, 48-48 with a 4.17. So I'm going to go with Pirates' final answer. And also, again, if you're a football fan, I'll be doing football later down the road. So if you're a Pirates fan, Steelers fan, University of Pitt fan, I guarantee I will be doing every Steelers game. Pitt fans, I'll be doing as many Pittsburgh Panthers games as possible this fall. And, of course, I'll be doing other sports or other teams as well. So I'll be doing I can guarantee at least 2 football games every Saturday and Sunday. And during the week until baseball season's over, I'll still be doing baseball. But later, once baseball's over, I will be doing college football pretty much all throughout the week. You know how it is with the MAC and all that stuff. So be doing all them. You're very welcome, Sean. You're very welcome. Here is Kepler, as that's going to be a little tapper to short. IKF throws to first for out number 1. And yes, Skenes is still out there. 94 pitches as of yet. So that first pitch ground out is definitely helping him out. So they are going to warm up Braxton Ashcraft in the bullpen. Again, feel free to vote. Who do you got in today's game, Pirates or Phillies? Pirates fans letting their voices known, as here's the pitch to Kemp. That's going to be inside for ball 1. Pardon me. I need water now, apparently. 1-0 count. Still 1-1 in the 8th. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Kemp is 0 for 2 with a walk. Or 0 for 1 with the walk. Here's the pitch. Grounded to third. Hayes throws to first, as he's now 0 for 2 with a walk for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Brandon Marsh. He's 1 for 2, batting .216, OPS of .633. And it looks like Kelly's going to come out here and relieve Skenes. And he's actually getting booed because Skenes having a little bit of a chat. And looks like Skenes is going to exit. He's getting a standing ovation from this Pittsburgh crowd, as I think they wanted to see a little bit of more of Skenes. And schedule for the next few days. So I can confirm tomorrow night I am doing a game. That's going to be the winner of this game. And if it's tied, I'll just do a coin flip or something. And I'm going to try to do Pirates Marlins when I get home tomorrow. But that's barring anything crazy happening. If anything, if other plans happen or something like that. But yeah, Pirates Marlins, and then I'm guaranteeing a game later tomorrow night. And then after that, of course, I'll probably leave it up to some voting. I guess, again, you guys have a lot of influence on what I pick. So obviously, again, NL West, so Sean here is a Giants fan. So I do a lot of Giants games because, again, he interacts and he's subscribed. And I do appreciate Sean so much. Definitely, it can be lonely in here sometimes. Not going to lie to you guys. But, obviously he keeps it fun with the questions, a lot of 80s and 90s questions. So if you're an 80s or 90s guy, hey, feel free to chat with Sean in the comments. He definitely has a lot of knowledge there. Van Hayes is not related to Charlie Hayes. Juan Samuel is better with the Phillies. Oh, well, I don't know, Trisk. I looked it up earlier. But anyway, did I look up the right one? Anyway, but yeah, no, for sure. I definitely, again, he never played with the Phillies. You looked up the wrong person. Juan and John are different people. How dare you? But yeah, pitching change. Ashcraft will be coming in for Skenes. As I don't know what's going on here. Okay, they're going to do a little compilation. So Skenes, 7 strikeouts. Again, he didn't allow a run. One run wasn't earned because of the error. As here's Ashcraft, that's going to be fouled back. So 0-1 count. Ashcraft has yet to allow a run in the majors. So hopefully that continues here in this last inning. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for strike 2. So yeah, Skenes cannot get the win today. So he will, believe it or not, and I'll click on him so you can see it just in case you don't. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be in there. Should have been strike 3 called, and I'm actually going to go back and show you this. What in the world is that number 3 pitch? Unbelievable. 1-2 count. That one's in the dirt ball too. But here you go. So Skenes' current stats, 4-6 with a 1.88 ERA. Isn't that insane? Unbelievable stuff. Pirates just don't want to hit for him. As here is the 2-2 to Marsh, and that's going to be popped foul. Ashcraft, sir. Sorry, Sean, I was gone for a few picking up tennis for my son, Cinemax. Okay. Here is the 2-2. That should have been strike 3, but he's not getting the call. Ashcraft is clearly frustrated. Davis is frustrated. Thanks, Tristan. Trade away. Else big. You have a son named Cinemax. No, his name is not actually Cinemax, I can tell you that. But I'm not going to go into it. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be fouled back. 3-2 count here. Pirates, Phillies, 1-1. Skenes weighs 260. Oh, he is a big guy. Skenes is a big guy. Here's the 3-2. That's in the dirt, ball 4. And again, he's got to be a little frustrated, and he did show it a little bit there, as he definitely pitched well in the zone, a few of those pitches, and they were called a ball. So Marsh walks, and that's going to bring up Marchand, who is Marchand. Is it Marchand? It might be Marchand. Rafael Marchand. So he's 1 for 2 in today's game, as Ashcraft delivers. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Gonzalez throws to first for out number 3. So it doesn't come to harm him as we head to the bottom of the 8th. It is still 1-1. Got to run for now. See you guys tomorrow night. All right, I'll see you later, Sean. Thank you, of course, for stopping by. Appreciate you. Again, I'll be doing guaranteed 1 game tomorrow, possibly 2 games tomorrow. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Again, I do appreciate it. Every subscriber helps out a lot. It really does. Again, I've been doing this since opening day. I get in, on average, lately, it's been like 4 to 5 a week, and it might be going up to 7 soon. I don't work evenings anymore, so I'm free to do, barring anything family-related, I'm free to do pretty much games every day. Just looking at the scores from around the major leagues. Again, Padres up 1-0 on the Brewers. Tigers up 4-0 on the Cubs. Indians up 4-2 on the Astros. 2-2 is your score between the Diamondbacks and Reds. 2-2 is also the score, Royals and White Sox. Dodgers up 4-0 on the Cardinals. Twins up 4-3 on the Blue Jays. The Rangers up 2-0 on the Nationals. Mets up 1-0 on the Rockies. And the Rays defeated the Marlins 3-2. And the Pirates do host the Marlins tomorrow. Again, if I'm able to do it, I will do it. So I'll do 2 games tomorrow. I'll go from Pirates, Marlins straight to whoever wins this poll. And again, you guys pick the game. I do have polls for you guys. This was obviously the poll the other day. Cardinals, Dodgers did win, and then people voted after. It makes me look like I'm a hypocrite or something. And then that's the poll there. Go ahead, vote. Let me know. I'll do whatever you guys ask. Again, feel free to subscribe. And again, every subscriber helps out a lot. And again, if you're a Pirates fan not subscribed, then you might not have a soul at this point. I'm just going to be honest with you because, again, I've been doing a lot of Pirates games and, feel like been pretty fair. I'm not like a hater or anything. I'm a Pirates fan doing this because, again, I do want to cheer for the Pirates. It does get a little depressing whenever they're only putting up 1 or 2 runs a game, but I'm still here. 66 games in, I'm still here. As Cruz is going to dig in, he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, batting .227, OPS of .806 as we're about to begin the bottom of the 8th. Sanchez is still in, as that's going to be outside for ball 1. 12 home runs, 28 RBIs for O'Neal Cruz this year. Lefty on lefty. Cruz so far has been unsuccessful against him as he checks his swing inside ball 2. 2-0 count. Phillies have a guy warming up in the bullpen. That's going to be, looks like Orion Kirkering. Here's the 2-0. That's low for ball 3. So this would be a pretty good at-bat, getting on base regardless. Anyway, 3-0 count to Cruz. Sanchez delivers the 3-0 inside ball 4. So that's exactly what the Pirates need, as they get a leadoff base runner. And Sanchez, who had been pretty darn good for this whole time, walks the first base runner he sees on 4 pitches. And it looks like that's going to do it for Sanchez. Sanchez is done, responsible for Cruz at first. So we're going to see a pitching change after we just came out of this little commercial break. So, yeah, he's going to head out. He had a great performance, but he will not be able to finish the 8th, as we'll look at his stats. 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. His ERA down to a 2.97. So, again, pitching change. Just bear with me here again. Feel free to chat down below. Feel free to vote. We got a poll, Pirates, Phillies. It's still relevant because it's still 1-1. Who do you think's going to win? Pirates winning 75% to 25% over the Phillies in the poll. And again, if you're not subscribed, I do ask that you do. Obviously, I can't force you, but I do hope you would. Again, I'm just a small streamer. I do these games. Hopefully you enjoy the content that you see. And again, if you're a football fan, I'll be doing football once football season arrives. Again, I'm already ready for it. I already got the Hall of Fame game one up. And I'm actually doing the second UFL playoff game later today. So if you're a UFL fan, just want to chat football or chat whatever, I mean, I'll be here. I'll be doing that. I guess that's in about 2.5 hours or so. So hopefully I'll see you there. And then for tomorrow, again, I'm definitely doing a game in the evening. Unsure about Pirates, Marlins tomorrow. It really just depends on what is going on after I get off work tomorrow. But I'll make the thumbnail regardless. I'm going to go ahead and make it and just have it prepared so I don't rush to do anything and all that stuff. And hopefully you guys do enjoy the thumbnails. Again, I've been just taking them off the internet, but this is making my new thumbnail debut with the Pirates Phillies. Hopefully you enjoy it. A lot more color to it, as we are working our way back to coverage. McCutchen is going to be due up. He's 1 for 3, batting .251, OPS of .727. As here's the pitch, that's going to be chopped foul. Again, Cruz is on first, and he's definitely a threat on the base paths. But Orion here, Kirkering, 2.96 ERA. Yeah, so he's pretty solid out of the pen for the Phillies. Kirkering sets. Looks over at Cruz. And delivers. That's going to be outside. Ball 4. Cruz goes to second. He is safe. And they may check it. Again, this one was close. They are checking it now, Phillies. No, he is going to be safe. They are not going to challenge, so that's his 23rd of the year. Even with the, again, not a great jump. Cruz, he is just fast. He doesn't need a great jump because he really doesn't get great jumps, and it's kind of worrying. One of these days, I mean, you know, he will get thrown out of it. I'm sure he has this year. Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. He's still probably perfect. Here's the 1-1, as that's going to be fouled back. I'm actually going to check that now, because Cruz has been, like, perfect. He was perfect as of, like, a week or two ago. He's been caught twice. But, again, he's so fast. He doesn't need that jump. He's just naturally gifted. 1-2 count here to McCutchen. Runner now in scoring position. Kirkering sets and fires. That's way upstairs. Almost hit McCutchen. Ball 2. So 2-2 count. McCutchen had to duck out of the way, and he's been thrown out a lot over the years, so I know he didn't like that. McCutchen with 5 home runs, 20 RBIs on the year. Kerkering looks back at Cruz, looks back again, and delivers. And McCutchen broken bat, and that's gonna drop down in right field. Cruz is rounding third, heading for home. Castellanos throws home, and Cruz is safe. And the Pirates take the lead. A broken bat single. Unbelievable. Hey, you'll take it however you can get it. That was just a little jammed him to the right side. I don't even think Castellanos... I mean, Cruz had to hold up because that was almost caught by Stott. And Castellanos honestly wasn't running at all. He was actually jogging. If he had sprinted to the ball, he may have been able to get Cruz out. But I am totally okay with that as the Pirates are now up 2-1. With the runner on first with still nobody out in the 8th as Reynolds is going to dig in. He's 1 for 2 with the walk. Batting .236, OPS of .688. 0-1 count to Reynolds. He should be heating up soon. Of course, he's already doing much better as of late, as that's going to be outside for a ball. Reynolds usually does very well in June. Hopefully that continues this year. Kerkering sets. Runner on first, nobody out in the 8th. And that's going to be in there for a called strike. Just broke his bat. It absolutely shattered his bat. And he was actually holding the handle as he ran. And Cruz able to get the possible game-winning run on that play. Fantastic. 1-2 count to Reynolds as he called for time. As they zoom in really close to Cruz's face. That kind of awkward. Kerkering sets here on the 1-2. Inside strike 3 called, and Reynolds not a fan of the call. He strikes out looking, and that's going to bring up Nicky G. Oh my gosh, my voice. He's 0 for 3. Batting .190, OPS of .706. Again, he's just working himself back from injury. Kerkering delivers. That's inside. Ball 1. One home run, 3 RBIs for Nick Gonzalez. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside ball 2. Got some more votes here. Looks like Phillies got some vote there, I believe. 67% Pirates, 33% Phillies. Again, feel free to vote. You know, it's a free country. Won't cost you anything to vote. That's going to be low, ball 3. Who do you got? Pirates obviously might get some more votes now as they have a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 count to Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, ball 4. So Kerkering walks Gonzalez. The Phillies are in a little bit of trouble here as that's going to bring up Henry Davis, who's batting .208, OPS of .664. Runners on first and second with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. The McCutchen broken bat single to right was able to push across Cruz. And it looks like we're going to have a mound visit here, so we're going to have a chat with Kerkering. I don't think that's the manager. A broken bat single to Castellanos. Castellanos was jogging on the play, and I mean, I don't want to call anybody out like that, but I mean, had he put a lot more effort into that, the throw would have been a lot more competitive and may have been able to get Cruz out. But, of course, I'm not complaining. I mean, Pirates don't really win much, so this would be kind of rare. And, again, I think the Pirates, whenever I cover their games, were 8-13. And then the Phillies are 1-1 in games that I cover of the Phillies. Again, as they have this little break here. Again, if you do like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me out a lot. And again, if you're a Phillies fan, just let me know and interact with me, and I'll try to get more Phillies in there. I do listen to you guys. Again, I have a lot of NL West fans, and after the Pirates, it's Diamondbacks, Padres, Dodgers, and Giants are the games that I've been calling other than Pirates games. So, again, I do listen to you guys, so just let me know as Kerkering sets as he faces Davis. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike one. And, of course, if you're a Pirates fan and haven't subscribed, I'll give you a break here if you haven't heard of me. That's fine. But if you have heard of me, I'll say, okay. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, at this point, like, what the heck are you doing? 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt and handled well by Marchand. Is that he keeps it in front, so it's 1-1 count. 1-1 count here. 2-1 is your score. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Davis fouls this back. So it's 1-2. Kerkering sets. Again, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So down goes Davis, and that's going to bring up Canario. But actually, we're going to see a pinch hitter, and Adam Frazier is going to check in here for Canario. He's batting .254 on the year, .677 OPS. Looks like the Phillies are going to remain with Kerkering for the moment. So they show Davis putting on his catching gear in the dugout. Surely nothing's going on the field. Would not surprise me if they already played it out. All right, here's the pitch. Oh, and it hits Frazier on the knee. Oh, and that I heard that too, and I just have one thing in. Oh, that definitely went off the knee. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's holding it now, and jeez, oh, that was, yeah, no, that was loud. It hit the knee, and he's grimacing now, so he's walking to first. He may come, and that bounced so far. A fastball in on the knee. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's fantastic to look at. All right, that's going to bring up Brian Hayes. He's 2 for 3, and he did score the first run of the game. And we are actually going to have a pinch runner. So Tommy Pham, who's not exactly the fastest guy in the world, and McCutchen, he holds his head from, yeah, and he takes off his helmet when that happened. They showed a little replay of his reaction. So Tommy Pham is actually going to replace Frazier. Frazier does his job, though I think he'd rather have felt better about it physically. So Pham's going to take his spot at first. So bases loaded here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The Pirates with an opportunity to extend this lead, give them a little more of a cushion. With the Phillies, of course, due up in the top of the 9th. Here is Hayes. That's going to be in there, strike one. Hayes, again, 2 for 3, batting .227, OPS of .563. Kerkering sets and fires. That's going to be outside for a ball. 1-1 count. Been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes, so honestly, a very quick game. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be downstairs, ball 2. As Marchand didn't seem to like the call. He was kind of holding it there. It's usually an indication that, hey, you should have called this a strike. Did look low here on the little MLB Game Day app. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Phillies obviously hoping to keep this a 2-1 game, as Hayes is going to ask for time. Two count, bases loaded, 2 outs. Kerkering sets and fires. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate, maybe. I don't know, looks very questionable. But regardless, the Pirates do what they needed to do. So we head to the top of the 9th. The Pirates are up 2-1 over the Phillies with a potential sweep on the line. Again, feel free to vote. We got a vote poll going. Pirates, will they win today? Well, now it's kind of looking like they might. Of course, if you ever heard of the Pirates bullpen, well, hold that thought. But feel free to vote. Got a vote poll for you. Again, if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. I'm just a little YouTuber here as I begin my YouTube career. I just really do live streams. You look at the videos, it's whatever. You see the failed video game stuff. But I enjoyed this. I mean, it's not my first rodeo. I've been doing this, well, since the college football. I did very little of that. That was just kind of a trial run. But we're rebranding ourselves for next football season, as I'll be doing football. But again, we're focused on baseball now. Hopefully, again, we're not even halfway through the season, so plenty more baseball streams coming up for you guys, and I'm making my own thumbnails. That's why these look different. And again, you guys vote for the game as well. Tomorrow night, I got Padres, Dodgers, and then Mariners, Diamondbacks. That's due up, and there's a world where I can do Pirates, Marlins tomorrow. Just really depends on what happens. I'll be making the thumbnail regardless, just in case I am able to do it. But lately, yeah, I've been trying to get streams in every day, so if you're a baseball fan, just hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it a lot. And again, if you're a football fan, if you're a Pirates fan, Steelers fan, Pitt Panthers, I'll be doing guaranteed those games on Sundays, Steelers, obviously, and then another game in the afternoon. And then for Saturdays, I'll be doing as many Pitt Panthers games as I'm able to watch. I'll be able to do that for you guys. And, of course, plenty other colleges as well. And, again, I let you guys vote on what I'll be doing. So hopefully, again, it's a channel for you guys. Hopefully you like that, as we are returning to the top of the ninth. And I believe Ashcraft is still out there. So, of course, he didn't pitch much, as that's going to be inside ball one. So Stott leading off here in the top of the ninth. 0-3 on the day, batting .240, OPS of 644. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 counts, 4 home runs, 26 RBIs for Stott on the year. Here's the 1-1, and that's going to be fouled back. So very quickly, 1-2. And also, I forgot, don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat away. Talk about whatever you'd like. We can all have Pirates therapy session together if you'd like. It's not going to bother me at all. As it looks like the rain is starting to come down, so hopefully it's not too heavy. As here's the 1-2. Ground ball. Triolo makes a great play. Running to first is Triolo for out number 1. That was a for sure base hit. Again, Triolo, believe it or not, and I'm not even kidding, this guy won the Gold Glove last year. And it's because of plays like that. Again, the Pirates just have some good fielders here with Hayes and Triolo. Just they need to be able to produce at the plate, as this one's going to be hit into left, and that's going to get by Hayes as Pham is running. And it looks like Turner's going to be at second, so just like that, the Phillies have a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the 9th. And the rain is really starting to come down now, and that's something that I was looking at, Pittsburgh Twitter before. Obviously, I don't live there, but just seeing what you guys were saying, or Pittsburgh fans were saying, and yeah, it's pouring, but I think they're going to try to get this. And we got a mound visit here. No, so they're going to walk Schwarber, and so the Phillies are going to have runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. I mean, Schwarber is a huge threat. I mean, I can click on the stats for you. That way you guys can look at them. 20 home runs on the year, 46 RBIs, OPS of 925. Again, he's a power hitter, and he's probably the guy that ended the Pirates' 2010 run. Pinch runner for Schwarber now. I couldn't tell you who that is, but Schwarber is not on the base pass. Number 23 for Philly. That's going to be Rojas. As in steps in. Boom. He's 0 for 3. Batting .271. OPS of 688. Ashcraft delivers. Chopper up the middle. Gonzalez steps on the bag. And they got the double play to get him out. The Pirates are going to raise the Jolly Roger as they get their first sweep of the year, and it's against the Phillies. Congratulations to the Pirates. Congratulations to Ashcraft, who, Skenes didn't get the win, but he gets his first Major League win. So congratulations to him. Again, the Skenes, fantastic performance today, as that's not what I wanted to look at. I mean, he's still with a negative record, 4-6, but his ERA is below a 2, which is just amazing. I can't believe that's possible. Again, hopefully you guys liked what you saw and hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot. I really do appreciate you guys for doing so. I'll be back later tonight, but again, if you don't care about football, it's whatever. We're doing baseball tomorrow. Guaranteed 1 game, possibly 2. Hopefully we can get the Pirates Marlins in tomorrow if everything works out correctly. And again, feel free. You guys vote as well. Vote. Let me know what you guys want to call tomorrow. What want me to call tomorrow. Dodgers, Padres. This is a guaranteed time slot I will be able to call. But hopefully I'm able to do Pirates Marlins. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. You guys all have a great win. Yeah, no kidding, Pittsburgh. Thank you for stopping by, as we are now only 14 games below 500. Isn't that amazing? So, also, again, I hate to ask this, but again, feel free to share. You know, if, again, you're a Pirates fan, share with other Pirates fans. Again, I don't know how many other people do this. I've been told apparently I'm the only one. But, you know, so I don't mind doing this. Just, again, feel free to subscribe if you're a Pirates fan. I do a lot of Pirates games. So I can now say we're 9-13 whenever I call a game for the Pirates. So look at that. I'm changing that now. We're closer to 500 than ever for me whenever I call a game. As the Phillies now are 1-2 when I call games for them. But again, thank you so much for watching. I will be, if you're a UFL fan, I'll be doing UFL later tonight. And again, I hopefully will be able to do Pirates Marlins for you guys tomorrow. But if not, again, I'm still doing a baseball game tomorrow night. So hopefully I see you guys there. You guys all have a great rest of the day. Subscribe, it's free. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.